We can stay on the phone for hours. I think
Now, you'd think he would be describing his wife. You would be wrong. We have no chemistry couples, we have liars galore, and mothers who can't seem to mind their own business. We will get right into it, but make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share with your friends. Let's get right into it.
Not be wearing the wig on the plane.
Ah.
My plan is to put it on in the bathroom once I land.
So we are starting this relationship off upon lies. Keep in mind that this was because she was told to cut her hair by her ex-wife because the ex-wife was controlling her or something. It's really bizarre. But alas, also now she's trying to hide this whole facade by not telling her gonna be married guy over in Nigeria that she doesn't actually have hair, she's growing it back, so she's gonna wear these wigs the whole time. Starting off by putting it on in the bathroom when she gets there seems like not a good way to start a relationship.
No, you've been married to women several times, but you also told him you're not married.
Aha, so we are starting off on a bunch of lies. So not only has she said that, oh, I just had a fling with a woman, not the fact that she's only been with women for the past 20 years, according to herself, but also that she's not even divorced yet, and that she's going in wanting to get engaged potentially, but she couldn't get married if she wanted to.
He asked me if I was free to marry when he first started talking to me, and I said, yeah, I'm free to marry.
Why? Why would you say that? Why would you lie about that? Did you do some ultimate cope or something by saying, oh, well, it's okay, I'll be divorced by the time, so I'll just say that and it'll be true by the time we actually get married? Because that was dumb if that's what you did. Or you just outright lied, which, if you actually care about this person who is clearly scamming you, but that's a whole nother issue. If you really cared about this person, why are you starting it off with lies?
Would I go against fate's wishes?
That response says everything I need to know right there. So basically, a producer asked her if Daniel would ask you to marry him, would you basically do it? Because her daughter made her promise she wouldn't because it would be impulsive and she's done things like this in the past. She promised her. And then when the producer asks, what if he asks you, would you follow through with the promise? What she says is, I'd like to think so. I'd like to think that I would keep what my daughter wants or something. She does everything she can to do backflips to make it sound like she's not lying and that she didn't actually say, I'm not going to do that. She doesn't care. This mother does not care. And her daughter is acting more like the mother than she is. She's acting like a hippie 18-year-old who's just trying to find herself, not the 52-year-old that she is, and yet your daughter has to parent you. That is pathetic. That's not just sad, that's pathetic. Okay, for real though, if this is going to be his theme music, the only proper thing would be for him to kick up his heels right now and click them together like he's in some 50s TV show or something. Absolutely, if he does not do that at some point in the show, I'm going to be very disappointed.
you know, old people, they just say some of the first things that come to their mind. They
It's
have
true.
no filters, and it's just pure comedy.
It is. He's not wrong about that. The issue here is that they got the most pleasant old people they could possibly find and put them in a room and was like, made it seem like this is the whole nursing home or assisted living facility. Let me tell you something. I guarantee right down the hallway to your left, there's going to be a bunch of crotchety old people who will cuss you up and down just for walking across their path. It's kind of crazy in old people homes, for real. There are pleasant people. There's also a lot of not so pleasant people. So this was definitely an optics move.
When was the last time you saw her?
Yeah. When was it?
Actually, I've never even met my wife yet.
Now watch her eyes. They slowly get wider. She almost did a spit take. So the deal with him is that he's never met his wife. They've been married for 2 years, or almost 3, but he has never met her. There is a long-winded explanation. None of it really makes it any better, but at least you kind of understand the logic, I guess.
I finally had my perfect wife. I just need to meet her in person.
That makes no sense what you just said. You did it backwards. So basically what happened with him is that he met this person online, of course, and then they had planned to get together, but then COVID happened, and there was this whole thing where, well, he could travel there if he was married to her because there's a family exception, so that's why they got married. but he never went there at the time of COVID. And now here we are in 2025 going on 2026, and he's just trying to, well, actually, this was filmed in fairness, probably about a year ago. So 2025, probably it was into 2024 going into 2025. And then he's just going to visit her. So it was still several years after COVID was over. So the marriage made no sense whatsoever. You could have actually gotten to know her better and then decided if that was the right move. As we can see, they've got a lot of issues.
I know we're already committed as man and wife.
Sure.
But before I apply for that spousal visa and move Anna Lynn to the U.S., we need to spend physical time with one another.
That would be logical, except the way you did things. So basically what you just said is the dumbest thing I could have possibly ever heard. I am dumber for hearing it, and I can't remember the rest of the line, but name that movie. So basically what he's saying is, before I commit to actually getting her to come to the United States, we need to get to know each other better. What about doing that before you get married? It made no sense what you did because you didn't even follow through with the visit. And here you are saying the green card is what's going to get her to know her better, not the marriage itself. Seems like someone has no logic in their mind.
I wanted to get out for a bit this morning and clear my mind because...
You wanted to clear your mind by going to the snake charmer? He's going to say, you know what I do? I go off and I clear my mind by hanging out with cobras and a magical flute. It sounds like a good thing. I'm not one that's fearful of snakes. I've had a snake in the past, so it's not that. But, these aren't the same snakes. And this is what you're doing to clear your mind. I would argue that maybe that might be into consideration when you're like, should I stay with this guy? Just a thought.
But yes, I did want to say sorry.
What?
To you.
I don't hear you.
What?
I wanted to say sorry.
Okay, so she's the one apologizing. Now, put in the chat, do you think she owed him an apology? Now, I think she's done plenty wrong. She definitely seems like she's very vain and only cares about... She's saying she went over to the other side of the country or other side of the world because in, where she lives, there's a bunch of douchebag guys there basically that's just going to use her, whatever she said. And so this was her logic. And then she got someone that lied to her anyway. But did she owe him an apology? Her apology was for running away from his kiss. Mind you, she only acted that way. I can't believe I got to defend her diva behavior. But she only acted that way because he just got off of basically lying and saying, I never said that about we can kiss and do whatever. And then all of a sudden now he's setting these rules. She was just learning this for the first time, which... Granted, she should know because she should have watched something about people in Turkey or whatever, or the show, anything of that nature, and she would have known that this is probably what he's saying is not true. I digress on that because the fact is he did lie. She reacted in the moment and basically said, I don't want to be around you. She owes him nothing. He owes her an apology for lying, but he's still claiming he didn't lie.
I was just upset the past couple days because... You know how much I love my job. I've been there for 5 years, and...
Yes, okay, yeah.
Well, I got fired.
Yeah, but did you tell him it's because that you lied to HR when they questioned you about a situation, about some other confrontation with other employees, whatever, and you lied and said you weren't there? Of course you didn't say that. But I don't even think this is what she was going to tell him. What I think happened was she was trying to gear up to tell him about the other guy that she was dating at the same time as him in the same area, but then she reassessed the situation and was like, I have something to tell you. Yeah, I lost my job. Sure. And then it just kind of went from there. She still got to tell him the other thing. But what she's doing is she's trying to figure out something that he's got or doing wrong, so then she can say, hey, I did this, but you did this. That's what it looks like it's gearing up towards, which, why even put in the effort? Just don't be there. Leave. He ain't worth it. You need to go find yourself some nice vain guy in California. There's a million of them.
Just being able to touch and hold her hand, it was so amazing.
Yeah, that's nice.
Did a little more than hold hands,
What?
I'd say.
Good
Waka
God,
waka.
get her the hell out of there. This mom is the most invasive, worrisome, trifling person I think I've ever seen. For one, it's just disturbing how she acts around her son, and they just have a very odd relationship, and I'll leave it at that. And then for two, she's going to pop up and act like he's not in his 30s. I get it. He's autistic or something. I get that. He looks like he's functioning just fine. She needs to cut the cord. She needs to stop acting like she's actually making good decisions for him when she's just basically sending his life into the gutter. Get over it. Now, She of course has some valid concerns about the girl because the girl lied about things. But the way she goes about it just makes it hard for you to root for his mom.
We're not staying there because her parents said we had to pay for it if we did stay.
I am going to say there's a lot of sketchy stuff going on for sure, where they couldn't stay at her apartment because her parents own it, and then they would wanted him to pay for it to stay there. That's very possible. It wouldn't shock me, but there definitely seems like there's an effort on her end to try to keep them away from her parents or keep them away from her stuff or where she lives. Maybe it's because she's embarrassed. Who knows? But there's something more going on.
We have been saving for the last 7 years just to afford the plane ticket to actually just meet her.
Who's been saving? It wasn't her. Maybe you've been saving, but not her.
It's not exactly the ideal place to be sharing with my parents. If me and Gina, decide to get down.
Oh, I'm sorry, Forrest. Are you going to be getting down tonight? Forrest, please explain. What does getting down mean? And you better not give me the synopsis of a corn video that you stole from your mom's secret stash, because that's the only place you know anything about any kind of intimacy. But I give it to Forrest. He's trying so hard to sound like he knows what he's talking about.
What's that thing?
I think it is a cloth.
Oh, okay.
That goes on your body. It accentuates your sexuality.
Wow, Forrest, you sure know how to get the women. They got to be knocking down your door, buddy.
Right now, I'm staying with different friends.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes Izmir, sometimes Istanbul. That's why Laura couldn't stay with me.
Okay, so you've been staying with different friends. So you're homeless. I mean, you might as well just say you're homeless. So the financial issues get deeper and deeper. Does she know that you're homeless? Does she know that's how deep this goes, that you've been couch surfing the whole time? Yeah, I don't know if maybe she does, but the way you described your financial issues and the knowledge she has of it, I doubt she knows the extent. So maybe she doesn't know you're homeless. But yeah, nice of her to pay for your Airbnb while she's there to have a place to stay, because it's basically you treating it like it's your home.
It was so long.
Yeah, I know. I am still thinking about when I go to America.
Oh, okay. I know your trip was long. I'm still thinking about going to America. They will tell you to your face the reason why they're with you. Now, this guy, and we will see as it unfolds, that it just they are not vibing. You'll see. It is uncomfortably awkward. But yet he tells her to her face, I'm waiting for that long flight to America. Now she's taking it as, oh, I can relate with you. No, he's telling you that all he wants from you is a green card and to get to America. That's it.
You too.
I don't know what's happening.
Huh?
It's very awkward right now.
Yeah, because now you're in his presence and he's not attracted to you, even though he knows what you look like. I mean, this is nothing new, but he's not attracted to you. That's pretty clear. And it's a little different talking over the phone or talking over FaceTime than it is in person when you're trying to get a green card. So now he either has to become an actor and act like he likes you to continue to get his green card or not. And it's sad because this lady's really nice. She seems like a really great lady, a really great woman. She should just be with her friend Michael, but Michael was too much of a, I'm sorry, I'm going to say he was too much of a pussy. Sorry, it is what it is, to come out and be like, I actually like you. He let it go, and so this what seems like a really nice lady is running to this. I'm going to really try to withhold some of my language because these idiots are frustrating.
It's just been this spiraling, like, up and down, loop-de-loop roller coaster ride. But when things are good, I'm, like, really happy to be in a relationship.
I think Anna's very funny.
Yeah.
So it's been a spiral of a roller coaster, but when things are good, they're great. Doesn't seem like a great way to describe your relationship, even especially to your wife.
Talking about your brother, I don't know what to do with him.
Rah.
Not good. You're calling the sister to basically complain about your husband, her brother, while she's at work. So that's not good. But what she's calling to complain about is interesting.
A friend of mine that I've known for a long time.
Yeah.
We communicate so well, and we can stay on the phone for hours. I think.
Now you'd think he would be describing his wife, a friend of mine that I've known for a long time. We communicate for hours. It's really great. You would be wrong. He's describing another woman that he has been communicating with, that he was interested in with a time ago, lost contact, and now they regain contact. Why, you say? When they were in a fight, him and his wife, he talked to another woman to complain about his wife. Not the best way to go about things, and it's basically one foot in the door to cheating. Probably like a whole body in the door to cheating. It's that close.
I reached out to her because I was going through a rough time in my marriage.
Damn. From the horse's mouth. You reached out because you were going through a rough time in your marriage. You were basically reaching out to someone to cheat because you were mad at your wife. That's what you did. And yet, maybe you didn't cheat, but you obviously had, like I said, a whole body in the door ready to do whatever, because that's what it sure seems like.
She gets so aggressive. See, this is the problem. Like, this is why I had to go outside of our marriage to talk to somebody else about our marriage.
Okay, listen. This guy is an idiot because there's nothing wrong with having an outlet, with having someone to talk to, family, friends, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. Everyone needs someone to vent to here and there. But when you're talking about a friend who you admit you were interested in, had a thing a while ago, and that's the person that you turn to talk to and vent about your marriage, what the are you doing? Like, for real, what the hell are you doing? You're just, you don't see it as a marriage. And quite frankly, I don't blame you, because it's not, you haven't been together, but you did commit yourself. You are in a marriage, as idiotic as it is. And yet here you are not seeing it as a marriage, ready to step out on it. You're a dumb person.
We'll know when the time is right.
I agree to that.
Basically what they're saying is they did not have sex. They decided that it's not the right time. They'll try when the time's right. That's great. I mean, good for them. I mean, whatever. No one should be forcing them. They shouldn't feel like they're forced to do that. Hey, take your time. It's all good. It can only be better for that. The mom, on the other hand, has her own thoughts.
Last night, the little giggles. So, did you guys do the old nookie?
Why the heck? For one, it'd be uncomfortable if she was asking this question regardless. But when she asks it like she's a 5-year-old, it's even worse. This old lady, mom of his, is asking this like she's a 5-year-old. It's ridiculous and uncomfortable. But it would be no matter what. So, because you heard some giggling, it's did you do the nookie? Like, this would be the worst thing. But it actually gets worse. It gets worse than that.
No,
we didn't.
Why didn't you guys?
What? What the? You're gonna make me cuss here. What the hell does that have to do with you? So not only does she ask about it, but then she asks, why not? Why are you trying to force them to do anything? I mean, it was weird she took him to the sex shop and tries to get things for him while saying, oh my gosh, if they sleep together, I'm going to lose him forever. Hold on, Forrest, let's go get you some things to initiate this. But then he decides not to. You should be happy by your own standard, but then you say, why not though? This lady makes no sense. She's got to be some kind of crazy mental case or something. It's weird.
To us, if you have questions.
It's not an embarrassing subject to me.
It's life.
Yeah.
If you have questions, you can come to us. What's he going to do? Be like 5 years old, come and sit on his mom's lap? Mom, can you tell me about the birds and the bees? It's like, well, Forrest, you're about 35. But all right, I'll tell you. You did get into our little stash in the room, but I'll tell you a little more. Like, this is just uncomfortable, the relationship between Forrest and his mom.
There are other things that you can do if you guys didn't want to do
what?
The nookie.
What?
There's oral sex.
Oh, my God.
There's fondling.
She is literally giving suggestions for why can they not get to know each other? Excuse me, why is this his mom? Anyone, random person would be bad, but his mom is trying to tell him other things he can do besides sleeping together. There's oral, there's fondling. It's like, how about they just want to get to know each other and leave it be? Why are you so dead set on getting them to sleep together? It's really odd, and it's actually uncomfortable how bad it is.
I thought it was nice that he was defending her honor.
Oh, okay.
That's admirable.
Sure.
But I was very shocked by Forrest's reaction.
What? What do you mean you were shocked by his reaction? You kept pressing why they didn't sleep together and giving options and saying they can come talk to you. But you didn't expect him to be uncomfortable? Like, you have actually, like, done some weird stuff to this kid. This poor kid did not stand a chance. This is why it's not the autism. It's because of how you are. That's why he acts the way he is. You basically did the nature nurture thing over him. It's definitely nurture.
It's really nice to have Ziad offer to buy me things and buy gifts for me. That was so romantic.
Oh, that's real nice and romantic. I'm just going to forget everything else because he bought me things. Yeah, that's about the most California thing I think I've ever heard. Money over everything else.
What's we call them in English?
Snails.
Snails.
I don't want that.
Really?
No.
It's like traditional.
I'm not trying it.
I don't blame her. I don't blame her. I 100% endorse this. I would have no interest in trying snails. I've never tried snails. I don't have any interest or plan to try snails. If you like snails, hey, I ain't got no problem with you. It's not for me. So I don't have any problem with this. Traditional food or not, nope.
For him to shut me down, it does make me wonder if Ziad just doesn't want to talk about the past because maybe he has something that he's hiding or that he doesn't want to tell me.
This is ultimate super cope. So basically, she was talking about something and he just said, oh, the past, no worry about it. And then she went into this whole thing about, you don't want to know about my past? And he's like, I mean, it's more of negative things in the past is what it sounds like, but she is trying to set up that she's got to tell him about this other guy, but she wants to be able to basically say, hey, yes, this happened. I was with this other guy. He lives here too, but you did this. So she's trying to set up this whole thing before she tells him about the thing. Neither one of them are right. He's not right either. But it's just kind of funny the manipulation going on here with her before she actually tells the things she's been hiding.
You told me yourself if we're going to be married, we can't be giving anyone special.
So not only is he talking to someone who he was interested in, but he actually told her, his wife, that we can't keep anyone special. Basically, significant others, people you're interested in, all that. But then he ran to that person first to vent. I don't think it was so much venting. I think he was just basically keeping his options open because, well, he's with someone he's never met. So it's not even real to him yet.
She's not taking any accountability that, you know, she played a part in why I reached out to a friend.
Like, I mean, she can take accountability if y'all had a fight and something was to blame or y'all communication was off. What accountability is she going to take for you reaching out to a friend you were interested in, like, to date? That's your accountability. You're not taking the full accountability. This should say, like, I messed up. I shouldn't have reached out to a girl and vented our problems with someone I was interested in. That should be the end of it. And then say, we need to work on our communication issues. Both of us have issues with communication. That's fine. She owes you no accountability for this. That was your mess up.
So you can stop talking to her.
I can stop, but
that didn't
can we at least work?
He said, I can stop. And then he says, but we need to work on our communication. But he was really hesitant. He's not going to stop talking to her. Not at all.
You save enough money so you could come to America and be a family with us.
This is crazy, though. This is the crazy part. Yes, Sheena lied. That's pretty clear. She obviously lied. This is not the mother's place. This is Forrest's place to do all this. And oh, by the way, you're out to dinner. She's showing you around. And this is the time you decide to talk about this on like day 2 when you're just like trying to get to know the area. That was dumb as hell.
Being a breadwinner, it's a cultural thing in my country that we are obligated to help our parents around.
This is true. Yes, that's true in a lot of places. Of course, that's not the question. And this is where the frustration comes for his mom, which I couldn't care less if she's frustrated because it's not her place. It's Forrest's place to get answers on this. But yes, there's the breadwinner and providing for the family and all that. That's a cultural thing too. I get that part. The issue was she was lying about it, and why not just go to Forrest and say, hey, this is why this happened.
You haven't given me a direct answer as to why you can.
She doesn't owe you an answer. She don't owe you nothing. But what she could do is turn to Forrest and say, I lied because I was afraid to lose you. That's why I didn't tell you about the money thing. But I will do better. This is our conversation, not your mom's. I mean, that could be the end of it. And he's not going anywhere. That's pretty clear. But the problem was she wasn't actually given an explanation for why she lied to Forrest. forest. But his mom keeps saying, lie to us. It's not your place, lady.
No.
What?
Sheena, I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you why you did.
She's too much. She needs to go on somewhere, go home, take Dev and go home, because I think she's got to be one of the most trifling moms we've ever seen on this show. Like, she is worse than I think most people. It's pretty bad.
You're going to see when I come home how excited and happy I am. You're going to see when I talk to you there how happy I am. And
who's she trying to convince? She is going to be eating those words hard, trying to tell her daughter, you're going to see how happy I am. You're going to see. It's going to happen. You're going to see. Trying to convince herself and her daughter while preparing to eat those words, because she absolutely will.
We work hard, and we have to be honest.
Okay, ironic how you have to be honest when you're very clearly scamming someone. I can't say I blame you. I mean, it looks like you're in a rough part of the country. Not that you should be doing that, but if she's dumb enough to let this happen, then, it is what it is. You got one over because she is an idiot.
She told me that during the war, she nearly be killed, that a white woman protected her.
Oh, okay.
And I have to make sure that I get married to a white woman.
What? So he's trying to explain why he's marrying a white woman by saying, my mother told me on her deathbed or before she died that in war a white woman saved her, so he has to marry a white woman. What? I don't think that's true.
She has a good body structure.
Okay.
She's
good body structure.
She has bobs.
She's got the boobs.
She has what I want.
Okay, but point out the fact that was the one without her hair on, and if I remember correctly, she said he actually didn't know, and she's been wearing the wigs, basically making it seem like she has the hair when she doesn't. So, which picture is this? That he could have seen this picture unless she told him that she grew her hair back already, and that's just the lie. I don't know. There's so many lies with her. It's ridiculous. What? What? I'm sorry. This guy said he was a Christian, but then goes on to say about traditions, and he goes to this Where's Waldo looking MFer. Excuse my abbreviated language. This guy that's going to roll the bones or roll the dice and tell you what your fate is, and you're going to ask this guy. I'm thinking he's getting a few religions, traditions, and things mixed up. You have what? Reveal to me like the moon. Oh my God. It says summoning the gods. Oh my gosh. Listen, this is gold right here. It for real is gold, because let's summon the gods. We're going to shake it up with some You know what? I'm going to have fun with a Ouija board later, maybe. This kind of seems like that kind of thing. Continue talking, but I am not deaf. I love Lisa, but oh my gosh, this is a fun ceremony.
She told me that she have gotten married twice.
Oh, there's another lie. She's been married like 5 times.
And 3, she was physical with a woman.
Oh, okay.
1 time.
Physical with a woman 1 time. Not mentioning that she has only been with women for the past 20 years. So she wouldn't be lying if she had only been physical 1 time with one of those women and the rest was just nothing there, I guess. Yeah, that didn't happen. Oh, good. He's telling you to go ahead with the journey, and it's going to bring you many tidings. It will bring you success. Oh, that's good. So he's going to tell you to go forward. It'll bring you success, and he very clearly wants a green card by his own admission. So it seems like all of this is kind of like already in process. It's not about love if you didn't already figure that out.
I've been talking to God Almighty to take me away from Nigeria.
Oh, and there it is. I've been talking to God Almighty to take me away from Nigeria. As you can see, there's a plan in place.
If I should make it to America, this will change my life.
If I should make it to America, this will change my life. He's telling you. I get it. He's not telling her that. It's to the camera. But come on, you have got to see some signs.
Now that the sun's gone down.
When the darkness comes, the light shines out.
He was definitely trying to think of something there. This guy is trying to speak in philosophical tones and things. He's the one that had a book that said, I really like Nietzsche. I like to read Nietzsche. Maybe he did read Nietzsche. I couldn't quote any of that to you because I don't read that, but maybe he does. But the fact is he's trying to say things and make himself sound really philosophical when he's just sounding like an idiot trying to come up with things that are philosophical. When the sun sets, the sun always sets, and the moon will be seen. When the fish bite, they get the hook, and when the hook, they will be caught. Like, it's the most simplistic 5-year-old BS. If he's really reading philosophical or philosophy books and things like that, I don't think he's actually getting anything out of them. I mean, it's interesting, and that's all he's saying. They're not even having a real conversation. That's all he's saying is just these fake philosophy things that he's trying to come up with on the spot.
9 o'clock.
Oh, only 9.
And I have no sleep. So why don't you go some sleep, and I will watch some TV
and I'll join you after. So basically, she said, I'm really tired, I want to go to bed, and said something to him, basically kind of like giving him the open of coming to bed too, like, let's spend some time together, although she's dumb for meeting this person the first time and doing all this, but whatever. Then he said, oh, it's only 9, I'm going to watch some TV, I'll join you later. Clearly, this is just an awkward buddy kind of relationship, it seems like. This isn't even real, and he's definitely not picking up what she's putting down.
Your tone is less than excited, my dear. So I think it's interesting that he can pick up on that.
Not really. I mean, Michael basically is your boyfriend without the title and without the, I guess, intimacy, because it doesn't seem like they've been. But he just is too much of a coward to outright say, I want to be with you. So he still, of course he's acting like it. Of course he feels that because he knows you better than anyone. Unfortunately, he let you go there without saying, no, please stay, I want to be with you. And now here he is basically trying to look out for you without actually admitting he wants to be with you.
I'm getting more attention from Michael than I am from the man that I flew halfway around the world to meet.
But you had to know that might happen, considering you get a ton of attention from Michael. But clearly this guy is not who you thought he was. So just leave. Leave now. I'm sorry, wasted money and everything, but leave.
That if I happen not to give them money, they would say bad things.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. She's claiming that I'm scared to not give my parents the money, then they'd say bad things about me. She still never admits that I lied and I should have said, hey, Forrest, I was afraid of losing you, or whatever the reason was she lied about that. But the worst part about this all is she's having this whole conversation with his mom. Makes no sense, none at all. She should be having this conversation with him, but instead of him saying something, it's the mom. He shouldn't have brought them to begin with. He wants to be stupid and go get scammed in the Philippines. That's up to him. Which maybe that's happening, maybe it's not. I don't know at this point. We're going to kind of see. It's sketchy, but the mom has no place here.
I'm willing to take the risk to confront my parents.
She's not going to confront her parents. Come on. This should be interesting, though. Are they actually going to show any kind of confrontation with the parents? That'll be fun. So Forrest can't get it together and figure out what's going on, can't speak for himself. Lisa is lying nonstop, of course, and Jovan is lying to his wife. We have nonstop lying. We have no compatibility between certain people. This is just not a good look for anything. None of them really seem like they want to be together in the sense of like they're truly in love, and none of them seem like longevity's on their mind. So this is definitely a bunch of craziness wrapped up in enigma, wrapped up in a paradox of sorts, if you will. So we'll see how all of it ends up in the end. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share with your friends. I will see y'all next time.